The ends justify the means. It is better to be feared than loved if you cannot be both. The lion cannot protect himself from traps, and the fox cannot defend himself from wolves. Men in general judge more by the sense of sight than by the sense of touch, because everyone can see but few can test by feeling. Politics have no relation to morals. Never was anything great achieved without danger. A wise ruler ought never to keep faith when by doing so it would be against his interests. Entrepreneurs are simply those who understand that there is little difference between obstacle and opportunity and are able to turn both to their advantage. The more sand has escaped from the hourglass of our life, the clearer we should see through it. The first method for estimating the intelligence of a ruler is to look at the men he has around him. Make no small plans, for they have no power to stir the soul. It is not titles that honor men, but men that honor titles. Men rise from one ambition to another. First, they seek to secure themselves against attack, and then they attack others. The wise man does at once what the fool does finally. It is double pleasure to deceive the deceiver. He who, blinded by ambition, raises himself to a position whence he cannot mount higher, must thereafter fall with the greatest loss. The one who adapts his policy to the times prospers, and likewise that the one whose policy clashes with the demands of the times does not. War is just when it is necessary. Arms are permissible when there is no hope except in arms. Of mankind, we may say in general they are fickle, hypocritical, and greedy of gain. Princes and governments are far more dangerous than other elements within society. The greatest deception men suffer is from their own opinions. He who wishes to be obeyed must know how to command. Before all else, be armed? Men are so simple and yield so readily to the desires of the moment that he who will trick will always find another who will suffer to be tricked. There is no avoiding war. It can only be postponed to the advantage of others. He who has not first laid his foundations may be able with great ability to lay them afterwards, but they will be laid with trouble to the architect and danger to the building. The first impression that one gets of a ruler and of his brains is from seeing the men that he has about him. It is much more secure to be feared than to be loved. The surest way to prevent war is not to fear it. The more sand has escaped from the hourglass of our life, the clearer we should see through it. The main foundations of every state, new states as well as ancient or composite ones, are good laws and good arms. The distance between heaven and earth is no greater than the shortest distance between heaven and hell. When you disarm the people, you commence to offend them and show that you distrust them either through cowardice or lack of confidence, and both of these opinions generate hatred. The one who does not lay his foundations beforehand may lay them afterwards, but he does so with great trouble to the architect and danger to the building. The more sand that has escaped from the hourglass of our life, the clearer we should see through it.